On October 14, 2012, millions watched as skydiver Felix Baumgartner broke records with Red Bull's support. Red Bull, which is known for its extreme marketing tactics, such as sponsoring 10-story motorcycle jumps and snowboarding down an active volcano, also owns multiple sports teams. How did this simple energy drink, which started out as an obscure medicinal syrup, become not only one of the biggest disruptors in the beverage industry, but also one of the best marketed products ever? Today we will reveal the Red Bull scam behind what the world thinks is a cool energy drink. So let's get started. By the end of 2022, the global energy drink industry will be worth around $90 billion, and sitting on top of the caffeinated throne is Red Bull, who in 2021 alone sold more than 9.8 billion cans across 172 countries. More than one can work for every person on the planet. And yet, despite this, Red Bull began from the most unlikely and humble of beginnings. Chaleo Uvideo was born in rural Thailand, and his parents were duck farmers who also sold fruit. They had very little money and couldn't afford to give their children a formal education. Thus, Chaleo grew up working on a farm with very few prospects. However, when his parents sent him off to Bangkok to go and work with his brother as a pharmaceutical sales rep, he worked extremely hard and saved up enough money that in 1956, he was able to open his own small business, which he called TC Pharmaceutical Industries. Initially, the business was designed purely to sell medicines, such as antibiotics he imported. Around the time, Japanese pharmaceutical companies created energizing tonics, which became popular in Thailand. After a decade of running TC Pharmaceutical Industries, Chaleo decided to create his own version, but cheaper to target the blue-collar working class who needed energy more than wealthy consumers. He saw that construction workers, farmers, and people doing long physical labor required constant energy. So, after analyzing the formulas of other drinks on the market, Chaleo created his own similar elixir containing caffeine, B vitamins, and a chemical called taurine. But what truly set Chaleo's concoction apart from the competition was the inclusion of large amounts of sugar, giving the syrup a more appealing flavor and even more of an energy boost. He named the beverage Krating Dang. In Thai, Dang means red, which for him symbolizes perseverance. But Krating doesn't technically mean bull. It actually means gore, which is a relative of the water buffalo and the largest species of wild cattle in the world. The reason for the choice is that Chaleo wanted the brand rooted in the imagery of strength and power. However, his new drink was hardly an overnight success. At the time, products from countries like Japan and South Korea dominated the market. But Chaleo's decision to focus more on provincial and rural parts of Thailand, unlike his competitors who focused on big cities like Bangkok, proved to be a wise choice. To get things started, Chaleo gave some free samples to truck drivers who experienced regular fatigue. It was a big hit. Chaleo's energy drink grew in popularity among Thailand's working class through word of mouth. He used the profits to sponsor Muay Thai matches, which helped to create an association of the drink with high energy and power and helped the drink stand out among competitors. By 1980, the drink had become a big success in Thailand. An Austrian businessman named Dietrich Mateschitz helped Chaleo's energy drink become a multi-billion-dollar global empire. Dietrich had studied world trade and worked his way up to become the international marketing director of a German company before encountering the energy drink. He helped develop the drink and establish it as a brand, transforming it into the global empire it is today. Dietrich Mateschitz discovered Chaleo's energy drink, Krating Dang, while on a business trip in Thailand. He tried it and felt instant relief from jet lag, becoming a regular drinker. However, at that time, it was only available in Thailand. Shortly after this, Dietrich read in a newspaper that the highest taxpayer in Japan was another one of these energy drinks. This confirmed to him just how popular these products were in Asia, and yet there was nothing really like it in the West. Now, to be honest, Dietrich had been getting kind of bored with his job at Blendax, and so he decided to make a very bold move. He quit his well-paying job and tracked down Chalio, saying he wanted to go into business with him. Dietrich's plan was to take Chalio's energy drink internationally and introduce it to European consumers. Dietrich and Chalio went into business together, each investing $500,000 in a new company called Red Bull in Austria in 1984, with Dietrich running operations and Chalio focusing on product development. Chalio's son received the remaining 2% of the company. On April 1, 1987, Red Bull launched in Austria with the goal of creating a premium feel for the beverage. Initially, it was offered at trendy Austrian ski resorts. To create this premium feel, Dietrich, the founder, knew that they had to have a premium price, so they charged nearly double what consumers were used to paying for other carbonated drinks. This seemed like a very risky move, but it would later prove to be crucial to the company's success. To market the product, Red Bull had a very small team of just a single secretary and a 6-person sales force. Since they had an extremely small marketing budget, Dietrich knew he couldn't afford expensive TV ads or elaborate campaigns like other drink companies. Instead, he initially relied on more creative, lower-cost marketing strategies to spread the word about Red Bull. Red Bull Company used college students as brand ambassadors by giving them free cases of Red Bull and Mini Coopers with Red Bull cans on top. They also gave these students money to throw parties with Red Bull and hired Red Bull girls to hand out free drinks on university campuses to shape the buying habits of the students. Red Bull salespeople, called musketeers, offered free coolers to bars and inspired bartenders to feature the beverage in new cocktails. They also left empty cans in bars and nightclubs to increase brand visibility, which helped Red Bull sell over 1 million cans in the first year. Dietrich invested in their brand, despite a loss in their first year, as part of their marketing schemes. But the investment paid off, as sales doubled to 2 million cans in the second year and again to 4 million cans in the third year. The brand spread across Europe and became so popular in Germany that they couldn't produce enough cans to meet the demand. Dietrich realized that sponsoring extreme sports events like cliff diving helped sell Red Bull as more than just an energy drink, but as a lifestyle. This helped Red Bull become associated with daredevils and high adrenaline activities. They also decided on the now famous slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings," to represent a product that provides energy, focus, and potential. This would later cause controversy though, but for now, in 1987, Red Bull was finally ready to be released in the West. Red Bull, the #1 energy drink, has faced controversy and bans in several countries. In France, a teenager's death after consuming multiple cans prompted accusations of excessive caffeine and unsafe ingredients. But by 2008, the full version of Red Bull was back on sale in France, as the company argued that there wasn't enough evidence of harm. Though not exactly healthy, it wasn't considered unhealthy enough to be banned. Then in Germany in 2009, Red Bull Cola was found to contain trace amounts of cocaine, causing some German states to pull the drink as well. But once again, after further research, it was found to be such a negligible amount that you'd have to drink almost impossible amounts to actually feel anything. So the drink was reinstated there too. In 2013, Red Bull came under fire again when it was sued for false advertising over its slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings." Now, to be fair to Red Bull here, surely nobody actually expected to grow literal wings and fly, so this lawsuit seemed like a frivolous cash grab. But they managed to argue that since Red Bull didn't give any functional athletic improvement, it was false advertising. Red Bull ended up paying $13 million to settle the lawsuit. The real controversy about Red Bull is the 2012 incident in which the heir to the company's fortune, the grandson of the founder, was accused of running over a policeman and killing him while speeding in his Ferrari, and then fleeing the country. Despite overwhelming evidence, the case has not been pursued, and it's seen as an example of how the wealthy and powerful can get away with anything in Thailand, prompting a campaign to boycott Red Bull. The heir to Red Bull's fortune is not involved in running the company, but it can affect the company's image. Red Bull's creator, Chalio, passed away in 2012 and was Thailand's third richest person with an estimated $5 billion fortune. Red Bull is still a private company, and the founders never had to sell much of their equity as they had great profit margins and could keep reinvesting back into the business. As a result, they both became extremely wealthy. That's the end. Hit the like and subscribe button. Press the notifications bell to watch more such videos. We will see you in the next video.